Welcome back to our semi-deep dive into the outcome of Tuesday's primary with our guests, Lisa Kashinsky of Politico and State Senator Lydia Edwards, Democrat from East Boston. Senator, we were mentioning the Suffolk County DA's race, which had a lot of sort of blood on the carpet there. It was ugly at times. Just the other day, one of your former Boston City Council colleagues, Keller Large, tweeted, quote, "A sitting state senator and a criminal of a DA paired up with the corporate media and two racist counselors to steal an election because criminal justice reform was too much," end quote. That's pretty harsh language. What's your response to that?
I think she should talk to Will Brownsberger or Nick Collins, because that's clearly who she's talking about. No, just kidding. Some people have alluded that she might have been talking about me, and honestly, I think it's a waste of energy. I know her heart, I know her brain, and I know she's smarter and more focused on social justice in that tweet. So I will just simply say that. Okay. And I'll also just say, you know, it's dangerous language to say stealing an election. You don't throw that around. Yeah. So I'm just going to level up at this point, and I'm going to say we have so many more things to focus on.
Well, on a more substantive aspect of that race, behind all the controversies, there were some real issues. Yeah. One of which was a difference between Kevin Hayden, the winner, and Ricardo Arroyo on the famous Rachel Rollins list of crimes that the office was not going to prosecute. They're going to seek diversion, restitution. Right. Hayden said he was going to take it on a case-by-case basis going forward. Arroyo endorsed full-throated stick with the list. Did that factor into what happened?
Yes, and I think a lot of people were assessing if they liked the list in this, you know, whether they wanted a case-by-case basis, which I think a lot of people do want, versus without a doubt it should happen a certain way. I think there was a question of, do we take a hammer or do we take a scalpel to criminal justice reform? And while many people do not like incrementalism, I do think a lot of people were asking a little bit of a slowdown and a reassessment.
One more quick thing here, Lisa, let's bring you in on this one. Looking ahead now to November, I was struck by the, I thought, fairly phenomenal success of the petition drive to get a question on the November ballot repealing the new state law that allows undocumented immigrants to obtain driver's licenses. Could that, or even the so-called millionaire's tax ballot question, be vehicles for voters to do what they've done often in this state in the past, kind of balance out Democratic control of most state offices with either a Republican governor or, in this case, a more conservative response to a ballot question? Any guesses on that?
Well, that is exactly what the Mass GOP is hoping for. Right. Jeff Deal has been active in, you know, getting the signatures needed for that petition drive to get that question on the ballot on immigrant driver's licenses, and they are hoping that that will spur people to come out and to vote and hopefully vote Republican.
You buying that can work?
No, I think people are going to bifurcate the issues. I think that at the end of the day, many people are going to reject this initiative, and I think that the fire that is behind it is hateful.
Thank you both. Great job. Really appreciate your insight, and thank you very much for joining us.